Just by way of a brief introduction, we have here at Harper been on quite a remarkable journey really since 2006 when Charles Callop, who's sitting in the second row there, and Doug Henderson from MDS first started to really discuss putting this programme together. And the first cohort actually joined the programme in 2007, and as I've said, this is now the fourth ceremony of its kind, celebrating the success of this programme. I would say it's very much it's a very different sort of pioneering, groundbreaking programme. To use a sort of a farming metaphor, it is sort of first in its field, so to speak.
This programme is really very different and very special. I think Richard has already alluded to some of the techniques that are used within it. It is clearly successful in that it has the support of the food industry and the food retail sector, and it is critically acclaimed in both of those parts of the agri-food chain. It's producing well-trained managers, we believe, for the food produce sector, and the fact that it's doing that has been recognised just this week in the DEFRA Food and Farming Review report, which was launched at the beginning of the week, which has singled out some prime examples of programmes that they consider to be the models for the future, and the MDS programme was in that list. And we were delighted to see it there, and we're very, I think that's a good reflection of the quality of the education that you will have received and the status that it holds within the food industry.
The principal focus of MDS has been and remains management training with a strong emphasis on the management of people. This is a priority that we feel is fully justified when one considers the programme outcomes we're celebrating today. The jobs offered to our trainees cover the entire supply chain, from supermarkets at retail level right the way through to their growers and suppliers. And the jobs also cover a wide range of commercial, production and technical roles. These are indicators that the MDS trainees continue to benefit from the very widest possible career opportunities, and MDS member companies continue to be able to recruit from a pool of competent and capable young management talent.
It's been really, really enjoyable. I mean, it's been hard work. I mean, being thrown straight into an asparagus farm down in Ross-on-Wye was a very steep jump from where I was, sort of being just outside of London, working quite comfortably in a country park, sort of doing a nice day job, to sort of all of a sudden being very busy with an asparagus season. It was quite a shift, and the moving around has been tiring. So it's nice now to sort of be settled and finally getting my feet and concentrating on one product in one area. So I'm currently working for a company called Empire World Trade. They import and distribute apples and pears to major retailers, and I work as sort of an account executive on the commercial team, so dealing with the supermarkets face to face and dealing with their day-to-day requirements and needs, and talking to them about their apples and pears that they're getting in.
I'm from a farming background, and I've always had a passion for food, and I've wanted to stay within the sort of agri-food sector, and MDS covered sort of both aspects of that. I loved MDS. It's been a great experience for the 2 years that I've been on it. I've learnt a great deal and met some amazing people who are on MDS, but also within companies I've worked with. One of the highlights, I suppose the highlight is now I have a job at the end of it with my dream company and my dream job, so it's been really good, worthwhile.
I've thoroughly enjoyed MDS. It's been a good opportunity to meet lots of people, have live experience and responsibility, and equally having the training programme behind it. So after graduating or finishing MDS last year, I'm now working for Tesco's in their head office in Cheshunt. We're managing in their produce category, managing prep fruit and whole foods. So again, the opportunity was there for create the opportunities both abroad and potentially look at various other different categories in the future, who knows.
Mainly the variation in where you could end up. I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do coming out of university, so the chance to go and see different companies, what each one were doing and so on, was what appealed most. I have enjoyed it. Different placements offer different opportunities. some of them, I think the ones where there's more responsibility, you sort of get to look after part of a business or something yourself, and you're left to that role with the responsibility, are the ones where I've enjoyed it most.
I really like being able to find out what suited me and what didn't. That was really good. And yeah, it's quite nice actually to see all different parts of the country. So yeah, it's really good. I'm down in Kent working for Bury Gardens. So I stayed there from my last secondment. They kept me on. So yeah, it's really good. I really like it down there. So it's a really good company to work for.
The major draw of MDS was the fact that you had great experience on the job, and along with that you had off-the-job training with various courses, a postgraduate certificate obviously with Harper Adams, and that meant that you'd actually have something on paper other than a CV to be able to go and market yourself on. I think I feel quite lucky to have actually experienced it. It's gotten me to a great position, gotten me to a great role, a great place in the country, so it's treated me extremely well. I've learned a lot about myself, I've developed extensively as a person, and I think the exposure, the variety, the people I've met, the experiences I've gotten, I couldn't have asked for anything more from the programme.